Well, step right up, everybody, for this amazing deal. You won't want to pass this up. You get 12 records for $2.86 with the Columbia Record House. This is an ad from Playboy magazine in 1972. And I just, for some reason, I'm going to file it under humor because now that I'm older, I realize the Columbia Record Tape Club was sort of funny. You would get all these records. I joined it a couple different times. You would get all these records for like, 286 seems expensive to me. I seem to remember like 99 cents, a dollar. You'd get all these records. I also remember some of them would skip and things, but you would get all these records for 286 or whatever the introductory price was. But after the initial thrill of getting all those records, and when you're like 14, that was like great. You'd get all these records. But then every month they'd send a card to your house, and if you didn't return it, and you had to supply the postage, as I recall, and specifically check, no, I don't want this, they'd send you the record. And it was usually almost twice as much as you could have bought it in the record store. So they had a record of the month, and you were expected to buy it or opt out of buying it. And if you didn't opt out, you were going to get charged for that record. And I definitely remember my parents a couple times bailing me out because I wouldn't return those cards, and then they'd pay the bill. What parents do for us dumb kids when we're 14, huh? Look at these, Lynn Anderson. But man, you'd get some good, look at James Gang, you'd get some good records. Carole King Tapestry. Can you imagine? And Black Sabbath, I mean, and some good rock and roll. B.B. King, Jim Neighbors. Howdy. Surprise, surprise. I heard a number of jokes that were not too, let's see, what's that? Is that a company? What is that? Aretha? Man, you got some good records here. Partridge Family, Johnny Cash. Look at that. The problem you might have to be picking out 12. Switched on Bach. I remember that. My dad had that record. Ray Stevens, Jethro Tull, Aqualung. Look at the selection. Ray Price. Sunday morning, coming down, take the ribbons from your hair. Chris Christopherson. Tom Jones. Sly and the Family Stones, Greatest Hits. Aretha, got a couple. 2 record set. Chicago at Carnegie Hall. That might be Chicago. That's Chicago 4, I think. That was a big album. But then that might cost you 2 of your selections. See, if you got a double album, then that would count for 2 of your 12. Fifth Dimension Live, man. George Jones and Tammy Wynette. Burt Bacharach, Judy Collins, Carpenters. Bobby Sherman. Judy, 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 do you love me? The best of Roy Clark. Boy, oh boy. Some of these names you never hear anymore. When's the last time you heard anyone talk about Roy Clark? B.J. Thomas. You got classical music. Look, Vladimir Horowitz plays Rachmaninoff. The Mamas and the Papas, Lynn Anderson. Love Story. Bill Cosby. Oh, that was back when Bill Cosby was funny. That was way before his TV show. He actually had a little quiet kind of show back around this time. But I remember a lot of his jokes like, Noah, this is the Lord. or Oops, when he used to have that. Because we used to listen to Bill Cosby comedy albums on vinyl. Long time before the show and a million years before all his legal stuff. Dean Martin. Gary Puckett. Young girl, get out of my mind. And you know what? I think copyright laws were less different because you get like orchestras and stuff doing kind of interpretations of music. Some of these artists would do like popular songs in their own way. Yeah. I actually remember. Now here, see, you'd fill this card out, you'd send the 12 in. Well, I remember I did this a couple times. I'm surprised they kept letting me join. I think I joined like 3 times. And, I went delinquent on my bills all 3 times. I was like 14. They'd let me join again because I think that's because my parents kept bailing me out. Please accept my membership application and send me the 12 records indicated below for $2.86. Look. All records will be described in advance in the club magazine sent every 4 weeks. If I do not want any record, I'll return the selection card by the date specified or use the card to order any record I want. If I want only the regular selection for my musical interests, I need do nothing. It will be sent automatically. In other words, we're going to send you a card for a record every month, and we know you're going to want it, and we'll send you the album and a bill for it, unless you specifically send us this card back in the mail. Now, how many 13-year-old kids do you know that are really? Some are, but certainly me and a lot of my friends, we'd miss that deadline month after month. My friend was in the Columbia Record Club, and he got really delinquent. He used to get these kind of cards that were clearly designed for kids, and it would have like a cowboy. It would say, "Hey there, partner," and you're a heap late on your bills there, partner. You're going to be in a heap of trouble if you don't pay up, and you're going to have to answer the old, whatever, the old timer here with 2 guns. It's sort of funny. I think this type of marketing is illegal now. I'm pretty sure. That's called negative option. Anyway, great memories.